Welcome to my Scrappin space. I'm Joni Martin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in Southwest Wisconsin, and I'm here to share with you an easy, if I may say so, stunning card from the beautiful gallery suite. Let's say we get my face out of the way and start talking. So Beautiful Gallery is a double or mega suite in the annual catalog. It includes an amazing paper pack. We're going to use 2 stamp sets, 2 dies, some pretty little ribbon here. The way I have my camera set up is not the best, and some great embellishments. But we're going to focus on a die and a paper for this card. Isn't it a great card? I mean, you could use this card for so many things. I have some masculine sympathy cards I need to get out. I think it's going to be that. Could be a masculine birthday. Could just be a get well or thinking of you. It's so calming. So let me show you. This is actually 3 pieces cut from the same paper at the same time. That's the best part. So there's a set of dies called Gallery Bloom dies, and we're going to use this large frame piece. It looks like this. And with it, I'm using one of the 6x6 papers. Look at this. And there's a number of papers in the suite that are these kind of little scenes. They're just beautiful. We're going to start by, I start at the top, and depending where I want to see the house is how I decided where to put this. Okay, so we're going to set that down. I'm going to move my cut and emboss here, and we're going to die cut that first. When you see how quickly and easily this card goes together, you're going to be like, I'm making more of these. Yes, and you could do it with so many kinds of the papers, and it could go horizontal or vertical. I have another card on my YouTube channel that it's like a seaside scene, and we did the card going that way. You have lots of options. So I've set my cut and emboss, and I have, here, I'll do it to the side a little bit for you to see. I have plate 1, plate 2, and I'm going to use 2 of plate 3. So this is going to go here. My plate, let's see if I have a plate that's a little less loved. Mostly so that it's a little flatter. This looks a little better. There we go. And we're going to line this up here again so I can see the house in the center. That works. Then I'm going to throw another clear plate over the top. And we're going to run that through our cut and emboss. And guys, I'm going to set this on here and adjust. I moved it slightly when I picked it up, so give me just a second here. I don't know that the only people that would notice maybe that I wasn't straight were you and me, but let's just get it straight when we can. And then we're going to run it through. Just going to make that noise. Yes, it's supposed to make that noise, especially with newer plates. There we go. I'm going to close up my machine because we don't have to do any other, use the cut and emboss for anything else on here. And let's get this out of the way. We're going to see these tiny holes here? Those are called release holes. And we're going to push on them and gently pull that out. Just like that. I'm going to set my die back in the case so I don't misplace it. I'm sure that never happens to you guys. It's scary how often it happens to me. And you have enough left on this paper to cut for your envelope flap, which I'll show you how I did that later, but it's 2 1/4 by 6. So we have this piece, and I just want to show you when it comes back together. See, you have the same scene. It all comes back together, and it's 3 frames. There's lots you can do with it. This is just one thing. So then I'm going to grab this piece, and I'm going to start with the outside and work my way in. For me, that was easier because I knew everything would fit then. So like if I started with the inside and worked my way out, if I'm not exactly in the center, I'm going to get to the end and something's going to be coming off the card. I'm going to use multi-purpose glue so I can kind of move it around if it doesn't land where I want. You don't need a lot. Just like that. And then for me, if I start with my paper straight, I'm more likely to get the pieces I'm adding to it straight. No guarantees, but you know. So we're going to just lay this down here and here. The measurements, the directions, the supply list, everything is on the Scrappin with Joni blog. There you go. Now, you could just glue everything flat, but to add a little interest, I popped up the outside and then I just added a little bit of our linen thread, just for a touch of interest. I put it in this side of the frame, but I could put it over there too, it wouldn't matter. But I'm gonna grab a touch of tear and tape. You don't need a lot. Just a little bit. And actually, you're just gonna put it across here. Like so. And if, like me, you get it longer than you want, you have a couple options. You could trim it, or the other thing you can do is, it's all sticky tape. Just fold it back on itself. There we go. Then I'm gonna grab just linen thread. You could use whatever you wanted. And I'm gonna start with putting a piece here. I'm at the back, okay? And then, and you could cut it, but you need so little, it's just easier for me. I just leave it on there. I'm gonna do 3 lines of it, because 3 is an odd number, and odd numbers are more pleasing. Now you certainly could go all the way down. You could do whatever you want. 3 works for me. And I like them closer together, but you could evenly space them too. And then we're gonna trim and get this out of my way. Just like that. There we go. And we're gonna bring it back over and catch it. Just that tiny little piece of trim adds some interest. This wasn't a card that I really felt needed embellishments, but it needed something. Then to add interest, we're also going to use dimensionals to add some height to our center frame. And so dimensionals come off of the sheet sticky, and we're going to peel off the backing so they'll be sticky on both sides. So they act as an adhesive. I am pretty generous with these because I really want the frame to stand up. But you can use as many or as few as you want. Put one in the corner, and here's what else I'm going to do by this linen thread. It is an adhesive. It holds things in place. So I'm actually going to put it right over those strings so we know they're not going anywhere. And this frame is wide enough that our standard dimensionals, you don't have to use the minis. They don't have to be even on both sides. I have that extra one there because of the linen thread. I think the thing that takes the longest on this project is just removing all the backings of the dimensionals. We're gonna just keep pulling here. I'm using a take your pick tool because sometimes my fingers work better or don't work. Today is not a great hands day, and so the arthritis is kind of kicking in, so this just helps me pull them off. Many of you can probably just grab them with your fingernails. I'm going all the way around. Oops, that one was fine. There's lots of ways that people do with these dimensionals to just make sure they have all the backs off. I just touch them. Some people color them, some people do other things, but whatever works for you. Okay, now we are going to set this right back in here. And you're going to see a continuous line with the pattern. I'm being gentle because I want it to kind of land in the center. I don't really want to see that blue except top and bottom. So there we go. And that's popped up. Now this is going to go flat again. You could add double rows of dimensionals and make this one pop up even higher. You need to check your thickness of your envelope. I liked it to be flat, you know, popped up and then flat again, but that's me. I got a little carried away with my multi-purpose glue here, so I'm going to quick catch that before I put in something else. This glass mat is so easy to clean. Now, here's the trick I learned with this. As cute as that linen thread is, it kind of gets in the way when you plop this back down. So I found it easier to set this almost like underneath there. Start on the linen side and then bring it back. And then push that center one back down. So we're going to just add it to our card base. I mean, really, that's all there is to it. So our card base is Secret C, which is a new in color. I didn't think I needed another dark color, but oh, I'm loving it. It just has a different feel than the Night of Navy. It's a little more subtle. Let's give that a good crease. And then that's going to go on here. It's going to be centered top to bottom. I'm just going to grab my tear and tape. I love this tape. Not tear and tape, I'm sorry. It's Seal Plus, my tape runner. That's what I meant to say. Then this gets lined up here and it's centered top and bottom and to the side. So you see a little bit of the Secret C all the way around. Wasn't that easy? Now for the inside, I have a scrap of the paper. And it's going to go in here. Let me just show you how I did that. I'm going to take here. And then I trimmed this, oh, I'm sorry. I cut the bottom off. My camera's not right, that was. I apologize, guys. I cut this for the envelope flap. Then I would just cut this down a 1/2 inch for the inside of my card insert. So, and because it's going up and down, I'm going to put it on the side of the envelope, or side of the envelope, side of the insert, not on the top like you usually see me do. We just need a touch of glue there. And that's going to go here. We're back in camera, good. Just look what that does for the inside there. It just really adds some interest, doesn't it? I'm not going to attach it down though, because I want to stamp my sentiment first before I do that. And then for our envelope, I have what would be the bottom of the paper, like what was left over after we die cut that. And it's going to go here. And this does have a top and a bottom. This is clearly the top of the paper. So we want it at the top of the envelope flap, which is next to the fold. We're going to grab some more of our multi-purpose glue. And just go all the way around. Just like that. And we're just going to trim. We're using the envelope flap as our guide. And we're just going to trim it. Such an easy way to add some interest to an envelope. Because if you're sending a card that's as interesting as this one, we're not going to send it in a plain old boring naked envelope. That's not how we do things. Look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? It would catch your eye when it comes in the mail. There's our card. Perfect for a sympathy, a birthday, a get well, thinking of you, going on vacation, retirement. So many ways you could use this card. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it more than you know. If you liked what you saw, please share it with your crafty friends. Until next time, take care and keep crafting. It's good for you.